Science for Kids. Today we're going to be looking at HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language. We're also going to be utilizing the ATOM IDE. So make sure and go on and look at our previous video if you need to set up ATOM. And now let's go on and open up ATOM, and we'll start out making our first HTML script. Okay, so open up ATOM. And we're going to go and create a new project. So we can say add project folder. And I'm going to go to my desktop just to make sure that it's nice and new and fresh. I'm going to add new, and we're going to call this let's actually just call it project _00. Okay, we'll make sure and click on that, and we're going to open that. And then we're going to right click, and we can add a new file. And in this new file, we want to call this my first web page.html. The HTML is important because that'll allow us to have syntax highlighting inside of ATOM. So now syntax highlighting, we'll see what that means here in a little bit. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everyone so that you guys can see what I'm typing out. So the first off, let's just talk about the basics of an HTML document. Now you can use headings. All right, so H1, we can hit enter, and let's call this my first web page. Okay, and these are header tags, and we can do everything from H1, H2, so call this another header, and this goes all the way down to H6, and we won't go through all of them. And here is a really small header, let's say H6. Now, if you've done the setup that we talked about in the previous video, you should be able to compile this hitting Control Shift H, and here you can see here that this actually creates our website. So this first one is the header 1. This here you see is a header 2. It's slightly smaller, and then it goes all the way down to a header 6, which is very, very tiny. And this, you've created your first HTML document. Okay, now let's add in a couple more things. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that we can see things compared to one another. And let me actually delete some of this. All right, so then, and let's also maybe, you know what, let's just get rid of all of this. Now the next thing we can also have is a paragraph tag, which is just a P. Okay, and this is basically adding in text to your web page. And you can see here as I save it, it's automatically updating for us. So then you have my first web page, text for your web page here. Now we can also do a lot of other things, and so I've just been a very basic idea here about what everything is. And an HTML document is made up of tags and elements. So elements always have a starting tag and an ending tag. So H1 in this instance. So here you see this portion right here, this less than sign, H1 greater than sign is the starting tag, and then we have this ending tag, which the way that you know the difference between the ending tag is that it has this / right here. Okay, that gives us, and then we have our content in between the tags. So my header 1. Now the next thing we can also look at is other types of tags, and again the most common one we have, for example, is the paragraph tag. So let's do a P, and anytime you want a new paragraph, so here is my first paragraph. Whoops. And then if you want another paragraph on a new line, we just add in another paragraph tag, and we say something like here is my second paragraph. Okay, and this gives us everything that we need to have the basics of our web page. Now we'll have a lot of inline. Okay, so these are basically just the outer tags. Okay, we can also have some inner tags, and so let's do another paragraph here, and say this sentence has, and I'm going to use an emphasis tag, which is an EM, emphasis, emphasis tags. And so if you guys are used to using like Word documents or maybe Google documents or something, this would be similar to the italics. Okay, so let me do emphasis italics. And so again, we can see here that there's emphasis and italics. Again, they are in this emphasis state. Now we can also add in strong. Okay, and this would be similar to bold. So this sentence has strong, bold type. Okay, and so here we can see that bold is here, but this is, you know what, this can be confusing. I'm going to also just call this strong. We can also mix them. So let's mix and match. Let's mix and match. Okay, so here we have something that is, let's make it strong with an emphasis, strong with an emphasis. Okay, so notice here now this is actually strong with an emphasis, it's bold with italics. So we can mix and match. So just like you would with any Word document or any other type of text file, you can actually add in this styling. And again, this is also different than other types of stylings that we would have. But again, there's a plethora of what we can use. Now let's go to maybe a full HTML document. Now what's nice is that we can actually just type in HTML, okay, and hit enter, and notice that this autofills for us this large full-scale document, and it has all kinds of information in here. Okay, so let's maybe go through some of this. So inside this file, we have this doc type HTML, which it's basically just a declaration. It's saying this is an HTML document. And then next up, we're going to have the HTML tag, okay? And it's inside of it, it's going to have two elements. It's going to have at least the head tag, and it's going to have a body tag. So let's maybe give this some information here. So how do we want to put this out? All right, so let's just do something very, very basic. Let's give it a title, okay, and this will be my first web page. And then inside, and again here, this meta here is just making sure that it's a UTF-8 syntax. Don't worry about that for right now. We'll cover a lot more of this stuff in detail later on. Now let's go to the body, and so let's do H1. Welcome to my web page. And again, you guys can type out whatever you would like inside here. It doesn't that doesn't matter. Let's also do this is my first full web page. All right, and then this next part, okay, we can also add in links, okay, and some of these are called anchor tags. So let's add in another paragraph, and then we're going to add in, just have A for an anchor tag, and then this href is to put in a website of our choice. So I will do ds4e.org, that is my website, and I will say please, or let's just say click here. click here, and then I'm going to escape outside of the anchor tag to read more about data science. So here, notice that we have an anchor tag and it is fully functional. If we click on it, it'll actually take us to the website. And again, it won't actually work very well inside here, okay? Because this is just a preview window. But we can just reload. Now we have link attributes, okay? And so each of these attributes, so each piece in here is a link attribute. So this is inside this is the opening anchor tag, okay? And we have again our website name in here, and then we have our closing anchor tag, which is right here. You know what? Let me zoom out just a wee bit so we can see everything. Now, this is our website. Again, you can put in any website you want here. And then here is going to be the text that'll appear as the link. And so again, we see that it is appearing blue here. Now, sometimes it's very nice to title attributes. And this kind of gives us some highlight text. Okay, so let's add that in now. So let's add a title. Whoops. And that is going to be data science for everyone. Let's say learn here. And so when we hover over the top, okay, notice now we have a little bit of a pop-up here that says data science for everyone, learn here, and it's everything that we have inside of that tag. Okay, and so this is going to be the end of this video. So let's just kind of go over what we've discussed. We've talked about HTML and how to create a simple web page. In the next video, we're going to show you how to embed JavaScript inside of web pages. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.